Hello, coin collectors out there. Welcome back to the Big D Coins channel. In this video, we are going to look at this tube of 1-cent coins. And you can probably guess by the title of the video what year and what country these are from. But before we get into that, another quick shout out to Twin City Gold. These coins right here are being loaned to me from my local coin shop. So as soon as I make this video, I'll return them back. These coins right here. And in return, you can check out a link to their eBay store in the description. If you're interested in buying coins, check out their store. They've sold over 100,000 items and with a 99.9% positive review ratio. So what we see in this tube right here, let me adjust the lighting for you. It's going to be a little bit hard to get the focus in on it, but I think we can do it. I'll have to zoom out a little bit more. So you can see what date that is, 2012. Now those of you who are familiar with Canadian coins know why the year 2012 is significant, because 2012 is the year they stopped making these coins. So these ones right here will be the last of the Canadian coins, last of the Canadian pennies ever to be produced. So in addition to these coins right here, I've also got 3 cool commemorative coins that we're going to share with you, which are also from Canada. We've got this one right here. This comes to you, they all come to you from the year 2000, but we see this one right here. This one is a celebration coin. This one right here is a wisdom coin, and this one right here is a family coin. So these are all circulating commemorative coins made in the year 2000 from the Royal Canadian Mint. So stick around for the second half of the video if you want to check out these 3 coins right here. But now back to this roll right here. Now this roll is part of the last year of coins that were made. These coins were made with the 94% steel with a copper plating going around the outside. So it was a few years ago, several years ago, when they removed the copper out of the Canadian pennies. They removed the copper out of the Canadian pennies in 1997. However, it still cost them more than a cent to produce these coins. So it cost them 1.6 cents to produce every penny that was made. So if the mint wanted to generate $18 million worth of pennies, it would cost them $20 million to actually make those pennies, therefore kind of wasting $11 million each year approximately in pennies. So there was a lot of waste associated with these pennies right here, which is why Canada made the decision to get rid of them. They are still legal tender, so you can still use them in currency. However, when shops receive them, they take them and turn them in to the Royal Canadian Mint to get melted down. So therefore, there will only be replenishing amounts of Canadian pennies. So it will kind of deplete over time. So these will be kind of more rare and more rare, which is why some people are interested in purchasing them, and why Twin City Gold has got some that they are looking to sell. Now, as far as the production amount of these coins, these production amounts for the year 2012 are actually much lower than any other year. You have to go back to 1966, any other recent year, you have to go back to 1966 to find a higher production amount for that, for the pennies. So in 2012, there are 199 million of these pennies that were made, and you have to go back all the way till 1966 to find a lower amount, in which there are 183 million made. But the general population amount for the pennies prior to 2012, in 2011, and earlier, it was 662,486,455,787, 846, and then 1.2 billion in 2006. So you can see the production amounts generally range from around 500 million to around 800, 600 million range. So they were making a lot of these coins, and it was costing them quite a lot of money. Now, if you're interested in making a little profit, one of the ways you can get started with coin collecting and making some money is by taking these pennies right here, buying a wrapped roll, and then breaking them up and then selling them individually. So these rolls right here are selling for around $5 to $6 on eBay right now, and the individual pennies themselves are selling for around $1. So that's a way that you could break up these coin rolls and actually sell them for a pretty high profit margin. Now that will take you time and energy, so that's why companies probably don't do it. But if you're just a small time collector out there, it could be something to look into. All right, now let's transition into these 3 coins. So these coins all come to you from Canada as well, and they're part of the circulating commemorative coins that were made in the year 2000. So we'll start with this one right here. I will zoom in for you. So this is what's known as the celebration coin. We can see celebration on right there. We see it right there. So all of these coins will have it in English and in French as well. So what we see on the reverse side right here, we see a Canadian nation under fireworks. It's surrounded with the bilingual inscription Canada and Celebration 2000 celebration. So that's kind of what I just mentioned earlier. But we see some school children right there with the Canadian flag and some fireworks in the back. As far as the mintages of this coin goes, there are 34,816,000 of these that were made. For yours to be valuable, it'd have to be in an uncirculated condition. The uncirculated coin is worth about 91 cents. The obverse of the coin isn't anything special, so we can take one look at it right here and we won't have to go back too much for this coin. So we've got Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, and so for the entry into the 3rd millennium, Canada produced some very cool circulating coins. They actually produced 12 of these in total, so I'm just breaking it off and sharing with you 3 for this particular video. Now this one right here, we have moved on to the Wisdom coin. So on the reverse side right here, we see a elderly person representing the last millennium. He's sharing at daylight at the Canadian heritage, symbolized by the maple leaf, with a new millennium embodied by a youth. It's surrounded by the bilingual inscription. So that might have been a little confusing right there, but essentially what we see right here is a older Canadian sharing with a younger Canadian a maple leaf right here with the sun rising in the back. So that's kind of the transition of the millenniums. Now there are 35 million of these made as well, so around the same mintage. 35,123,950 of these that were made. In uncirculated condition, it will be worth 95 cents. Now on to the 3rd and the final one of today's video, the family coin. On the reverse side right here, we see 2 wolves symbolizing togetherness are surrounded with the bilingual inscription of Canada. So kind of hard to make out those wolves, but we see the wolf's face right here at the top, and so those are the 2 wolves. We've got the bilingual inscription up here at the top, family in both English and French. The mintages on this one, similar to the previous 2, 35,107,000 of these that were made. In uncirculated condition, it's worth about 94 cents. So very cool circulating commemorative coins. Canada always seems to do a great job with these circulating commemorative coins. What's noticeable about these 3 right here is just the high mintage. So 35 million, it's very cool and very easy for you to get these in circulation, I would imagine. The metal content isn't anything special. It's just nickel. So that way there's no precious metals in here, so the melt value will be worth less than the face value. So people shouldn't be hoarding onto these unless they are really into just coin collecting and want to build up that cool set of circulating commemorative coins to celebrate the new millennium. All right, everyone, that's all I've got for you in today's video. Once again, if you're interested in purchasing some coins on eBay, feel free to check through the description links, and you'll get the link to Twin City Gold, where you can buy cool pennies like this one right here, a roll of 2012 uncirculated Canadian pennies, the last year that they were made. All right, everyone, thank you very much. Enjoy, and best of luck coin collecting out there.